Give Lamb credit.
Fred fires. Vanvleet looks around. And Fred gets the roll. Count it. Trent Jr. back over to Achua. Swings it to Fred. Turns the corner. Attacking with a left and go. Double. Finds Fred from the logo. Freddie logo. Rebound. Tracked down by Vanvleet. Fred behind the back in traffic. Oh! Good job by Achua. If the Raptors can get anything in transition, Dallas does a good job getting back. Pressure. In the corner. Fred.
Great pass.
And a great look to Beal. Short. Fred VanVleet with a rebound and chance to run. Fred attacking. Lays it up. Mitchell on him. VanVleet. A little bit of breathing room. Puts up the shot.
Bothered by Lou.
I just shot my shot at this little dot. I'm trying to crit that neck on her big neck. My niggas selling crit.
What's the YouTube? It's back to recap on a big body banger. Wait, 2 video. Now, first things first, make sure you like and subscribe. Remember, if I can, I'm saying today I'm the build dealer on your local corner, and I'm coming at you with this Fred VanVleet current gen build video. Since it was requested a while back, so here it is today. You know, I appreciate all the requests, and I appreciate y'all, you know, still watching the videos as 2K23 approaches, because obviously right when 2K23 drops, that is when we will hit, like, I know we're gonna hit some major growth. You know, I'm staying consistent with the 2K stuff, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the second channel where I post more basketball content, you know, outside of just 2K, you know, actually talking about basketball and applying my knowledge and whatnot, because I know a lot of y'all watch my videos for the build, but y'all stay for what I say about basketball and my takes and whatever, so I appreciate that. But yeah, I had a good time making this build. You know, it's definitely one of the better builds that I made as a point guard. You know, it was definitely a little bit on the short side, but it was still dominant, which you'll see in the gameplay. But yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the pie charts that I use for this Fred VanVleet current gen build video. All right, so as you see right here, I went with the shooting and playmaking pie chart, but with more shooting than playmaking, I feel like this was the right pie chart for Fred VanVleet, since he can play off ball and he has a trigger. He definitely can shoot like anywhere on the court, and on top of that, he can dribble and get to the open spot on the court and then make a right pass. So that playmaking definitely is a part of it as well. Now for the physical profile, I went with the speed profile, obviously, because Fred VanVleet's first step is very quick, which is why he's able to score layups over tall defenders. You know, off of that first step, you know, he's able to blow right by you, hit a little pull up, hit a step back 3. You know, it's just too fast to handle. You know, when you're short like that, you have to be a little bit shifty. Now with the build, as you see, I maxed out close shot, driving layup, and post hook. You know, obviously I put a little bit toward driving dunk, but I didn't want to put a lot because Fred VanVleet is not dunking like that. You know, you see the mid-range shot and 3-point shot is maxed out, and I put the post fade up so I get 23 shooting badges. With the playmaking, I maxed out pass accuracy and ball handling, because that is pretty much what I need from the playmaking side. And then I put some toward defense, because Fred VanVleet is an underrated defender. I don't know why I said defender like that, but still, you know, for his size, he's undersized, yet he still plays solid defense. You know, it's not like he's any slouch on defense. He gets into the passing lanes, gets into people's pockets, because he is smaller, he's closer to the ground, you know. Now for the height, you want to make him 6'1", like I said, because Fred VanVleet is 6'1" in real life. He might be shorter though, really. And then for the weight, you want to drop it down until you get to 165 pounds. You see you have 91 speed, 90 acceleration. And for the wingspan, you could do one of 2 things. You could max it all the way out, or you could drop it just a little bit more, you know, to reserve some of your shooting and playmaking. But at the end of the day, it's up to you. And what you're going to see me do right here is settle at 81.1 inches for my wingspan, because I feel like that was the right place to go with. Now for the takeover, I went with sharp shooting takeover, and also with the wingspan, I may still make sure I have pros moves, you know, 85 ball handling, this, that, and the third, even though you only need 80 ball handling. Now for the playmaking shot creator, you see that is the most common build, and it's been the most common build for a few years, you know, since like 2K18, I want to say, when they introduced the double build system. That playmaking shot creator has been running 2K for years, and I feel like it'll still do the same in next gen and World 2K23. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, the next gen builder is going to be on both current gen and next gen. So that means I can put my build videos to just one system, which will obviously be more convenient for me. But yeah, with the build, obviously, you see right here, it's undersized, but it's still able to do what it has to do, you know. With the right badges too, you got what you got going on, you know, Giant Slayer, Fearless Finisher. You can do what you need to do with the build and pretty much solve any weaknesses that you have that you're missing, you know, in height. And then on top of that, it was just shifty. It was nimble off the dribble off the first step, you know, and it got to the lanes in time, you know, that Euro step out of the build or the teardropper, you know, like certain moves like that that you need in a small guard. This build obviously has, you know, and it was definitely one of the better builds because it was so versatile, you know. Not only was it very fast and shifty, you know, since it was 6'1", but I could also see over the defenders at the same time, you know. If I wanted to, I can make the right pass. I think I had Needle Threader equipped as well, which helped me a lot make some tough passes in the passing lane. Needle Threader is definitely an underrated badge. And then on top of that, the dribble moves, it definitely froze my defenders. You're gonna see me make a lot of step back threes, pull-ups, you know, like post phase, just like any type of bucket possible, because Fred VanVleet is a bucket, you know. Fred VanVleet, undrafted. I think he played in the G League for a little bit. The Raptors developed him really well. Like the Raptors, the one thing you can say about the Raptors is they have an amazing developmental team. Like any player that comes through there will leave a better player, whether you got Pascal Siakam, Gary Trent Jr., you know. Hey, Kawhi left the Raptors better, in my opinion, you know. But now you have Fred VanVleet, Kyle Lowry, like all of these mid players. Well, not mid, because Kawhi's not mid, but still Pascal was mid at a time. Kyle Lowry was mid at a time. All these mid players, you know, end up developing with the Raptors. So I do respect that out of them. And then with Fred VanVleet, he was just an all-star. You know, it's nice to see him get his props, you know, after working hard, you know, undrafted, undersized, all the odds against him. And now is an all-star, you know, 20 points per game scorer, just like a key part of that Raptors team. You know, like it's just amazing to see. Now, can they win with Fred VanVleet? Obviously they can, because they already did it. You know, they just need, Fred VanVleet can't be the star and Pascal Siakam cannot be the star. What they need is one player to just be able to take over, because I still don't see Pascal as that player just yet. But he does have the potential, but I just think they need that one player that isn't undersized, you know, perfect size, perfect level of dominance. You can just do everything that they need out of him. But we'll see what happens with that team. We'll see who they draft. You know, like we already saw what they drafted this year, but I mean like for the next coming years. But until then, you know, they have a good thing going on for them, especially with the acquisition of Scotty Barnes and last year, you know, so they have something going on. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video, y'all. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We're on road to 5K, you know what I'm saying? Comment any builds that y'all want, and I will eventually get to them. But until then, I'm out. Peace.